Is President Paul Biya losing his grip? This is a genuine question that Cameroonians are now asking following a recent chain of events that has occurred within the country. Of recent, a mayor has been arrested. The arrest was ordered by a senior divisional officer. This, according to many Cameroonians, shouldn't have occurred if the president and if the rule of law is supposed to be respected, that an elected official is arrested by an appointed official, that is the representative of the people. This occurred recently in Loum. The mayor of Loum was arrested on the orders of the senior divisional officer following disagreement. The reason is sketchy, and the idea about the arrest is based on pride and also based on the fact that the senior divisional officer wanted to use his powers to show the mayor that he controlled things. And this is coming to question the structure under which Cameroon is governed and the aspect in which people are using power to maltreat others who are elected officials. Because according to the rule of democracy, an elected official should have more power than an appointed official. And if an elected official is supposed to be arrested, it must be done following due process. And the due process here was not respected. And there are allegations that this mayor was arrested because he's simply carrying out tasks that want to develop his community other than that which the senior divisional officer wants. The mayor, when he was released from his custody, he made it clear that he's been arrested based on his differences with the senior divisional officer. Remember that the senior divisional officer is appointed by the head of state, whereas the mayor is the representative of the municipality. He controls the municipality and he is elected following direct universal suffrage by people of his municipality, and so he is accountable to the people of his municipality. But this mayor was arrested and the people mounted pressure, went to the commissariat, what is called the police station under which this mayor was being held. The people protested, surrounded the police station, and the mayor was virtually released. In his statement, which I will allow you to listen to, he spoke in French, but let me give you an interpretation to it. He made it clear that he has no problem from his side with the senior divisional officer, and that the senior divisional officer is the one wanting to stop him from carrying out development in his community. For sure, the structure of Cameroon is kind of very confusing, that when a mayor is elected, when there is a council session, a session to look into the development of the municipality, to vote a budget of the municipality, when that is concerned, that the chairperson of that sitting must be a representative of the government, and in that regard it is a senior divisional officer that has to be in that sitting, chair that sitting and decide. And if the senior divisional officer doesn't give his approval in terms of some basic or some critical issues to be carried out in the municipality, that will not go. And that is why a lot of people have been saying that the democracy process of Cameroon is, that is why people are saying that the process of democracy in Cameroon is so ambiguous, made solely to reduce the power of elected officials, giving the executive an unbearing power over elected officials. The mayor has been released and the mayor now is moving about with his activity, but this has not stopped the question: why was he arrested? Does the senior divisional officer has the power to issue for an arrest of an elected official of that magnitude without following due process? The answer is simply no. He doesn't have that power, that locus, to order for the arrest of that mayor without following due process, and that must come from the court, and that must also come from flagrant delicto, which means that the mayor actually has carried out a crime which he was caught red-handed. Without that, the mayor cannot just be arrested like a common criminal. The second issue that's occurred in Cameroon is the aspect of the director of Douala Airport, Mr. Oona Thomas. The director of the Douala Airport recently indicated that the sum of 400 million CFA francs was stolen from his private residence. Now, 400 million CFA francs stolen from his direct residence. This is a state official having 400 million in his residence. What is 400 million doing in his residence? Private residence. Look at his salary range. If he's supposed to be paid his salary, looking at the amount of years he has worked into the government office with all his benefits and allowances, he will still not be able to have 400 million franc CFA in his residence without being a bank. His house is not a bank, but this money was found in his house. And that's why Cameroonians are asking is, where is the president? Is the president losing his grip? These are the issues that are making Cameroonians to ask if the president is actually losing his grip or if he's actually aware about some of the excesses being carried out by some of his representatives. He has, first of all, not been able to move across the country. The last presidential election, he moved just once and he went and campaigned in the northern part of Cameroon. Similar thing occurred in the October 2018 presidential election, where he just moved just to the north to campaign. The president has not been in other regions for more than 14 years. The president has not been in other regions, has not been visiting other regions. He does not have the culture of visiting other regions. And that is why many are saying that the aspect of him not being able to visit other regions is giving a green light to authorities to do whatever they want to do, which means that he's losing his grip to many others. However, accountability is yet to be done. Another incident that occurred that many Cameroonians are asking if the president is actually losing his grip is an incident in which a state official was actually seen. A deceased state official, that is the president of the House of Assembly, his house was sealed after his passing away, and a sum of 150 million CFA was discovered in his house as a safe. 150 million CFA. What is 150 million CFA doing in the house of the speaker, a former speaker? These are questions Cameroonians are asking.
Ce soutien que vous m'avez accordé. Moi je suis ici, je n'ai rien fait. Ça, le commissaire m'a arrêté avec une certaine brutalité comme si j'étais un voleur. Moi je ne veux pas la violence. Moi je ne veux pas de violence, pas de violence. Pas de violence, pas de violence. Pas de violence. Moi je voulais seulement dire que ce que je revendique. Je revendique juste que, écoutez d'abord, qu'on puisse laisser le soin à la commune de travailler. Qu'on puisse permettre à la commune de travailler. Moi je vais toujours m'opposer contre tout ce qui est injustice. Si ce n'était pas le souci de préserver cet édifice, pour qu'il n'y ait pas des émeutes, pour qu'on ne brûle pas le commissariat de quelqu'un et on appelle mon nom, c'est que je serais resté. Parce que j'ai dit au commissaire qu'il ne peut pas m'arrêter pour rien, dire que c'est ma hiérarchie qui a demandé qu'il m'arrête et me libérer, m'arrêter comme un vulgaire personnage. Non, non, s'il vous plaît, s'il vous plaît. Moi je dis que au nom de la République du Cameroun et dans l'intérêt général, moi j'ai dit je sors pour éviter qu'il y ait des casses. Oui. Mais je donne rendez-vous au sous-préfet, je donne rendez-vous au préfet, je donne rendez-vous au commissaire. Ce que vous avez fait, je ne peux pas accepter. Vous ne pouvez pas m'humilier comme si j'étais un bandit. Et pourtant je n'ai rien fait. Il faut qu'ils disent aux gens ce que moi j'ai fait avant que je me retrouve ici. Moi je ne veux pas me laisser faire.
Le Cameroun, c'est le Cameroun.
Il faut qu'on dise aux gens, ce n'est pas leur pays. Et si les gens pensent qu'ils vont arnaquer les autres, spolier les autres, et qu'on va accepter ceux qui se sont trompés, moi je vais m'opposer. Et comme ça,